Hey, honestly, man, we're going into turn 10, and his suit, honestly, was this wide at the back. It was so big because the wind was catching it. I thought, shit, his airbag exploded or something. But anyway, I see it open.
So everyone, welcome to the post-race press conference here at the Gran Premio Monster Energy de Catalunya. Another stunning MotoGP race, and this time on the top step, it's Red Bull KTM Factory Racing's Miguel Oliveira taking his first win in those colours at least, and this season. And in second place, and not by much, Pramac Racing's Johan Zarco, also the top independent team rider today. And completing the podium, Ducati Lenovo team's Jack Miller. Congratulations, guys. It was another great race. Miguel, we'll start with you. You got a great start from a good grid position, and then you seem to just decide, okay, hammer down. Was that the tactic? Did you expect to find yourself in the lead and with such a big lead? Talk us through that race.
Well, from my perspective, it was hard to understand what was going on behind me. I knew at the beginning there was a couple of switches on the position. In the second place, I got this little gap that I was comfortable, and I could be, gentle with the tires, do my lines, and not make any mistakes. And I think that was the key to be able to finish. I mean, it was quite hard for everyone, I guess, but for me it was extra hard because I had a hard front tire, and then the last 8 laps was just really hard for me to stay on the bike and not crash.
So you said it was hard for you, but you did manage to attack Fabio Quartararo back once he got past. Were you surprised by your pace? We saw your lap times come up on the live as well. Super, super consistent, low 40.2 and 3. Were you happy with that? And did it surprise you that you managed to sustain that?
Well, the beginning of race pace was something that we kind of expected. We also expected that Fabio was just faster, and if he had an early lead, maybe that was going to be difficult. But he didn't have that much in the pocket today, and so when he overtook me, I saw my chance to stay there with him and maybe disturb him a little bit, and managed to have done that. Then I think he was just staying attached to me, but he had the unfortunate thing that I saw after with the leather, and yeah, just happy to hold Johan in the last few laps.
Well, yeah, Johan was coming on strong in those last few laps. So we'll move on to you. How were you playing it in your head there in the last couple of laps? Because you were really, really quick at the end of the race. You had some really nice little green splits coming up. Were you balancing risk and reward, knowing Fabio was behind you, thinking about the points, or did you just not quite have enough time there to manage to make that move?
I was happy to finish second, because the last 2 laps I really pushed a lot to catch Miguel. I was strong in the first sector, but then the sector 2 and also the last one was not easy to still gain time. So I've been thinking to attack him, but I didn't have enough march, so it was better to finish second. And even when you try to catch a rider for a victory, it means you are in second place, so you don't want to do any mistake, because second is anyway pretty good. But the race overall was better than what I could expect yesterday, because I could see that I have a good control of the rear. Sometimes it was sliding, but sometimes I could keep it there on the ground to follow the others. So this was nice. But trying to don't do any mistake at the beginning of the race, I think I've lost a few positions, because the other, they were also attacking. I got Alex Espargaro, then I got also Marc Marquez. And after that, I have to begin to be a bit more aggressive to don't lose position, and also use my good feeling. With Jack, exactly the same bike. This was difficult to overtake him, because he was braking hard in the first corner. The good bike that I could not overtake in the straight. So I think I've lost a bit of time, and I got also the tires getting a bit too hot behind him. But I was happy to overtake him and then try to catch Fabio and Joan Mir. And also this, I think, cost me a lot of energy. I could do it, but that's why maybe for the end of the race I was pretty limited, and just enjoying a podium has been perfect.
So was it about the podium then, or are you thinking about the championship because you've moved closer again with Fabio ending up in the end off the podium despite crossing the line third? It's a really consistent year for you so far. You must be happy with another podium and to still be so far up in the standings and top independent team rider.
I'm so pleased for the situation of the championship at the moment, and when I could overtake Joan Mir and I was on the podium, I was thinking it will be perfect to be at least in front of Fabio to gain points on him and don't lose. And I've been surprised that when he got this problem with the leather suit, I don't know really what's happened, but I was behind him when he removed the chest protector in turn 3. But he was just behind Miguel with one hand. I say, what is he doing? Maybe he got some pain on the arm, I didn't understand. But when I saw that, I could see that it was not possible for him he was losing time. So then I got this moment that, fine, I can overtake him and good for championship. But then you don't want to think too much about it, so you get focused again on the race and say, why not think about the victory? So this is, I think, the best way to stay focused till the end. And good Sunday, nothing else to say in the end.
Good Sunday, definitely. Congratulations. So, Jack, we'll move on to you. You said yesterday you thought you'd have a little bit more on race day after looking at Fabio's FP4 pace in particular. You seem to have pulled it out the bag again. And tell us as well, were you surprised when you were sent into Parc Fermé in the end?
No, not really. That was a bit loud. Yeah, not really. I saw... First of all, the race was going really good for me. I executed my plan more or less to perfection. Got out front, felt fantastic. Had a bit of a moment at turn 4, let a couple of the boys through, and then I was able to recover. And then, yeah, at turn 5, I missed the gear later on and went wide. And then once I was in the draft of the other guys, I started to suffer a lot with the front tyre temperature. I had the light coming on pretty much straight away. I was trying to do everything I could not to sit in the slipstream, try and get some cold air on the tyre, but no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to drop. So that was playing on my mind a little bit. I was just trying to brake a little earlier. And yeah, was able to manage the rear tyre. I think the guys would have seen, especially when they were behind me at the beginning, I was really, really being gentle on that rear tyre, just to try and be there at the end. And again, when Joan came past, the problem was I was just trying to get a little bit of a gap, let's say, to like Joan Mir and I think it was Fabio at that point in time. I was trying to get a little bit of a gap, get some fresh air on the front tyre. And as I did that, Joan came past, Zaka came past, so every time I just kept getting behind somebody, so I was just able to manage with the front tyre towards the end. I had a couple of lunges on Fabio, but I'd seen already when Joan passed him, he went through the chicane, and we all know the rules. I mean, if you go through the chicane, you got to, I know for myself all weekend, even though I braked stupidly late, I'd still make the chicane, because if not, it costs you, you got to drop a second or whatever it is, or you get the long lap penalty. And when I saw him go through the chicane and just go like that and peel back in front of me, I thought, that's a bit cheeky, but he'll be all right. So then I had a couple of lunges at him, because no one really wants to get a podium like this. But then on the last lap, I was just rocking the front too much, and I thought, you know what, I'll just get as close as I can be behind him, and we'll see over the line. And then, yeah, when I came around, I saw the tower, and I saw I was in third. I was like, I have that. So, good day for us. We moved up a position in the championship, and yeah, we gained on Fabio, lost on Joan, so 6 in one, half a dozen in the other, but stayed on the bike was the main thing. First time on the podium here in Barcelona. Yeah, I was actually surprised how tight the stairs are going up to the podium, but apart from that, everything else was pretty good.
Well, I was going to ask you about the championship. Obviously, had a bit of a rockier start and then surgery on the arm pump. Then now you've had those 2 wins, back on the podium now, getting into some consistency. You feeling like you're in the groove now for the rest of the season to chip away at it?
Definitely. I feel, like you say, back in the groove, back where I was at the end of last year. Just each week, you know, I'm able to put in my work through the free practices and yeah, be there on Sunday, there or thereabouts, let's say. So for sure, the 2 victories really helped me claw back in a lot of points real quick. But now we're back in the rhythm, and I feel very comfortable on the bike. I feel like with Ducati, with this GP21, we have a fantastic motorcycle underneath us, and it's only getting better and better week by week. We'll find out next week when we get to Germany. I'm a little nervous for there, you know, it's quite tight, but I really enjoy the track. Assen for me is going to be the big question mark, but we've also got our tracks coming up like Austria and that, where we can do a good job. So I'm just, yeah, here for the long haul, hopefully.
I was going to say double Austria now as well, so...
Yeah, well, we all know how that ended last time.
Watch out.
Sneak attack over here, the Portuguese sniper. He just sneaks in.
Right, thanks very much, guys. Let's see if we've got any more questions from the floor.
Hi guys, Simon Patterson from the race. Miguel, does this mean now that we can look at the KTM and say that the new frame, the new updates have fixed the bike and that you can be consistently challenging for the rest of the season?
Well, I would like to say yes, but you can never be too comfortable to say, to have a clear answer to that kind of question. Every track has its own particularities, and you always need to work on so many details to be able to finish the race, to have a good performance, and to do a good qualifying. But right now I have to say that the bike is working well everywhere, and even the racetracks where we struggled in the past, like Mugello, we come in, we have a strong weekend, and so hopefully we can do that in the upcoming tracks. Until the end of the season we have 2 unknowns because we didn't race there last year, and you know, hopefully we can get in the mix quite early in most weekends and try to do our best.
Paolo Ianieri, Gazzetta dello Sport. One question is for Johan. You have been doing 4 second places. Is this victory that is missing something that you start to feel like it's time to achieve, or at the moment nothing? And then to all the 3 of you, Casey Stoner, regarding Fabio's problem with the overall, tweeted that he should have got a black flag. Was it a dangerous situation to ride like that, or not?
So for me, yeah, it would be nice to win, but clearly victory, second place, 20 points is always amazing for me. So I'm not too much worried for the victory, and don't push to my put to myself too much pressure on it, because I believe it can come when everything will be even better in control, and let's see. But I'm still growing up on the bike, and this is a nice feeling. So I feel the Ducati has a huge potential. That's why I'm trying to do the best to use it every time better and better, and when it will be then all the situation good control, then maybe I will have the victory in the hand. And just to say also for Fabio, a black flag I think was not dangerous for us, but maybe more dangerous for him. We cannot race with an open suit. At least get the chest protector out and then close the suit again. Yeah, it's like the chest protector doesn't do hole, but if you just do a slide with the open suit, this can be so dangerous. So a black flag for his safety in that way can have sense.
Yeah, I agree with John's opinion. At the end, it's always up to race direction to call these kind of things. It's true that it's something that never happens. At least I don't remember something like that happened in the past. We saw bike parts that came off, like wings and seats. So I think happened to Jack already once. But that's it, you know. I think whenever it's a rider safety issue, I think it's up to race direction to make the decision for its own safety. And so for that reason, I agree at least that you know, if it's clear on TV that he cannot close the leather suit, I think it should be for its own safety black flagged. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what the boys said covered it pretty much. I think at the end of the day, you know, we're all racers, and if you have to say to one of us, I think that, okay, your leather suit burst open, you've been eating too many hamburgers and your leather suit burst open, and you have to say to us that you need to stop the race for this. For sure, we are quite, let's say, angry. But I think at the end of the day, you know, riders, especially when you're in that situation, you're not thinking about safety or thinking about yourself, let's say. You're thinking only on the result, and that's it. So somebody needs to watch this because, you know, we cannot be trusted. Myself at least.
Hi guys, Lewis Duncan from Autosport. I have two questions. The first one is for Miguel. These updates that KTM have brought have clearly made the bike take a big step forward over these past two races. So going forward, are you quite confident then that should you run into any other problems during the season that KTM will be quick to react and can engineer their way out of the problem fairly quickly? That's the first.
I mean, it's a question I could never be able to answer. I mean, everyone is doing the maximum effort to, you know, to solve every little issue that we have. They are able to be on top of everything that we need. And so what else can you do? You know, you put your maximum effort into the things, and you expect that you have the tools to react whenever it's needed. Right now we have a stable bike, we have a good package for different tracks, and this was something that we lacked in the past. We also have a bike which is, you know, not such of a beast anymore like it was in 2019, so I think it makes also for other riders more friendly to ride. And so, I mean, altogether we have a good, strong group of work, not only technically, but also I think in the four riders. We give value feedback back to the factory, and then, you know, we can only do so much, and we expect to continue on this form in upcoming races. Yeah.
Thanks, Miguel. And as a second question for Johan, you spoke there about, you know, not thinking about the victory just now, just settling on podiums, focusing on that first. As part of your championship challenge, are you sort of inspired by how Joan Mir won his championship last year, and that he aimed for the best result every weekend and wasn't as concerned about victory?
Joan Mir from last year is a great example for this kind of strategy, but this is not the strategy we have at the beginning of the weekend. We really try to do the best to be able to win, but I still see that something is missing. Like some guys say half lap or 1 lap more, maybe I could win, but the 24 laps were enough, I think, for all of us. Just I had to be a bit faster at the beginning that I didn't do. So if this can give me the advantage at the end of the year, I will be the first one happy. But clearly we have to be careful to Fabio that he was so fast this weekend, and without this problem, I think he was maybe waiting behind Miguel to attack him, but he got the problem. So then we get the advantage. So the most important is to get points on him at the moment, even more than the victory.
Hi Miguel, congratulations for the win. After a troubled start of the season, you got the second place in Mugello and this victory here. Tell us about this roller coaster of emotions and, of course, if this renovates your wish at the start of the season about your title hopes. Thank you.
No, I mean, it's I think quite early to talk about title hopes or anything like that. We got a really bad start of the championship, and that put us really on the bottom of the standings. And now we are building up results. It's quite tempting to think that with back-to-back podiums and you know, me moving up so quickly in the standings, it's quite tempting to think about that. But I just prefer to focus on every weekend, try to do the maximum we can, and bring home the most points as possible in every race. At the end, we see where we end up, but right now this is the main focus.
Hi guys, Thomas Beaujean from GP Mag in France. Question to Miguel. First of all, congratulations on your beautiful skirt. And then we talked about the fuel, we talked about the frame, but how about you? Do you feel that you're improving as a rider? It was really impressive to see you manage your tires, but did you improve on other sectors of the game? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I lost it really after you called this a skirt. French humor, it's really... Very cute. It's like a blanket, not a skirt. At least that's from my perspective. I don't know. As I said before, already in Mugello, the updates we got, they were helping a lot. And that's it. There's nothing else I can go deeper on the subject. You know, it's clear every detail nowadays in MotoGP with these bikes. These details help, and they make the difference at the end of the race. Huh?
You're getting better.
Me getting better?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm getting better. I think you know, when the bike is it's there to perform, I take the advantage, and I'm physically okay, mentally also. So I mean, there's no reason why not to think I'm not on a good form.
Yes, Imre Pavlovic from Motorsport Aktuell and Motorrad from Germany. A question to Miguel. Miguel, you have spent some time behind Jack, and you have spent some time behind Fabio. So was it more or less reconfirmed what you have seen in Mugello, that you almost have the speed of the Ducati on the straight, and you can ride the fast sweeping lines of the Yamaha?
Yeah, you know, it's two different kind of riders and also bikes. It's true we don't have the speed to overtake a Ducati down the straight, but we do have. It's true. I can make time on the slipstream, but as soon as I pull out, it's no chance we can overtake. So they still ride pretty good in 15-6 gear. It's quite difficult to overtake. With Fabio on the middle of the track, it was on a different point of the race. Jack at the beginning, he was clearly just managing his tires. So he was opening quite smooth the throttle, and yeah, then he made a mistake and I couldn't see more out of his lines. So then with Fabio was a little bit more clear that, you know, what we know from these Yamaha bikes, they are quite fast going in the fast corners, so they can carry much more corner speed. And so when it comes to drive, I think today we were just a little bit better.
Hi guys, Niki Kovács from Nemzeti Sport Online and Motor Review Hungary. A question for Miguel and another one for all of you guys. Miguel, Brad already signed a 3 years contract with KTM. Is there a contract already in the box maybe waiting for you, or how's your negotiating going, and you would like to also sign a long deal like Brad. And the question for all of you guys, could you use the screens next to the track, as we had also people around, so, for tactics or anything like this?
Okay, so about the deal, I told Thursday that I have a 2-year deal, so that's for me good enough, Until next season, I got it sorted out. I think only Brad and Marc Marquez had the kind of deal like that. Marc is 8-time world champion, Brad is finishing his first season on MotoGP, and obviously KTM see a huge potential in him, and they are taking advantage of this. And so I'm all forward with that. I'm okay, and I'm just doing my job. I think KTM is happily enough with what I'm doing. I don't need a confirmation of another 3-year contract to know that they like me and they appreciate my job. And good things will come in time, We just need to put in the work and be patient.
But if they put a few extra zeros on the next contract, you'll be happy now. Much better situation now to negotiate. How many? 7?
I don't know what to
7,
say.
8? Huh? How many zeros? How many zeros do you want? Come on. Don't be shy.
I don't know.
7?
What I want and what I deserve.
Yeah, what you want and what you need.
It's different things,
And about the screens around the track as well. Do they help you?
I don't look at the screens. They were just in a bad place. So either inside of corners, most of them inside of the corners, so it's no point.
Yeah, it's true that sometimes we can have an eye on the screen, but this weekend I even didn't see the screen. And they were, I think, in some position that was too difficult to control the race with the screen today. I was full gas trying to concentrate on staying on the motorcycle, so I wasn't looking at any TV screens, that's for certain.
Yes. Hello, it's Akira Nishimura, writing for Mr. Bike in Japan, and I have one question for Miguel. Miguel, just after the race, you mentioned to Simon Crawford that this victory is one of the best in your racing career. So how would you describe the difference between your maiden MotoGP victory in Red Bull Ring and Portimao both last year and today's one?
So I think the difference is that was very hard to manage everything, the grip levels, the pressure that I had, and in Portimao I just was riding naturally, and I don't have anyone to disturb me, basically. And in Spielberg was a last corner overtake, so this was one of the best for that reason. Also, we had the crowd here, so that always gives you that extra energy, and it was quite nice.
Hello, guys. Congratulations with a great result in a great race. A question for Joan and Jack. We saw that more or less Miguel was untouchable today. Joan and Jack, were you surprised by the fact that the KTM was so fast today?
Difficult to say surprise because I was more surprised in Mugello and for the improvement they did. And this was when I could see him in the top of the race. It was a good confirmation. So then when he was leading the race, I was thinking, I hope he will not go away, and as he likes to do. And or like when in Portimao, the way he did it was untouchable. So I think today it was possible to beat him. Just that few things were missing, but I could at least try or think of it. So that was nice. But no, the surprise I think was in Mugello because the KTM did a huge improvement and Miguel took the advantage of it.
Yeah, I think debatable. I had flashbacks, let's say, like deja vu of Portimao last year. But finally, he didn't ride away like then. He was there, but at the end of the day, this track is so, you have to be so gentle, so calm with everything, that you don't really have the chance to do 5 crazy laps and then pull away and you're good for the rest of the race, because if you do this, it puts an unexpected stress on the tyre, especially the rear. As Johan said, I think Johan looked really strong at the end of the race. But at the end of the day, Miguel was there the whole race from the beginning. Everybody complains about the Ducati whole shot device, but I think the KTM is getting pretty close. You guys are not too bad off the start the last couple of weeks.
I didn't whole shot by this much.
Yeah, but I didn't whole shot also. Even Yamaha was not bad. I had to brake like an idiot at turn 1 to pass Fabio.
Yeah.
It's true or not?
I saw.
Yeah.
It's true.
I was surprised that Fabio is still leading.
Honestly, it wasn't my best start, but it wasn't too bad. But I mean,
they were all fast.
So everyone complains always about.
I think
that,
Johan got the worst start from this row.
But me, I'm peeing in my pant every time I need to start, so that's why I miss
So don't focus on him. But no, I mean, he did a fantastic job today, I think, to be there the whole race, you know. I made a couple of mistakes. I think we all did. But Miguel was able to minimize this and be the strongest man on the day, which is the main thing. Finished?
Okay, yep, that's all of the questions. Thanks very much for your questions as well, and enjoy the celebrations, guys.
Yeah, but I like when they give me this one because I feel like Conor McGregor.